His forward thinking was integral in the growth of Las Vegas. I mean, you think about it. The guy bought the west end of the valley for $90,000. Holy moly.
This is Las Vegas Real Estate Now with local real estate expert Harvey Blankfeld.
And John, I wanted to talk a little bit about Summerlin. There was a great article in the paper this past week.
Okay.
And it was, again, written by Patrick Blennerhassett. He's now writing prolifically on real estate for the RJ. Summerlin, I've talked about this before, but I might as well reiterate it, named after Howard Hughes' paternal grandmother, Jean Amelia Summerlin. Bought it in 1952,
Right.
30,000 acres for $3 an acre.
I'll take it.
Okay.
I could match that.
Each acre there is now valued at $1.27 million.
Yeah. What's
That's
the
a nice
math
return.
on that?
That's a
Jeez.
nice return. It became operational in the early 80s.
Yeah, right. They started to do the build out on it.
They started to do the build out at that point.
I thought his research in that article was really good. I was interested in the fact that, okay, as part of the whole thing, they donated over 500 acres for roads and easements and stuff.
Right.
And then the Howard Hughes Corporation also donated the excavation of the various parts of it, which is cool. Like that was like $60 million they saved the city. Now, I'm sure there's a reason for it, right? It wasn't like, oh, I'm here $60 million for free. It was, no, this is going to make our stuff way more valuable and we'll make lots of money. Right?
And I think it worked. They were the first ones to do the SID.
Right, that was interesting too. So
they built a lot of infrastructure, but then the city wanted to basically charge them for additional infrastructure, which happened. So they
needed roads and
they needed all that stuff, sewers and roads.
Yeah, exactly, water and natural gas lines. And
so the city of Las Vegas started charging them, and they started passing the cost directly to the client, directly to the home buyer,
the consumer. Yeah,
and that's how we got the SID. That's how
which stands for
Special Improvement District.
Thank you. Yes, I think of it as a temporary tax.
It is. It's a temporary tax because it does go away in time. You pay a certain amount every 6 months for about 10 to 15 years, and then you're done with it, and it goes away. His forward thinking was integral in the growth of Las Vegas. I mean, you think about it. The guy bought the west end of the valley for $90,000. Holy moly!
Yeah, that it's unbelievable, right?
You know, you got to give him credit. And so he was a brilliant man, but yes, in his later years, he kind of lost it. But, you know, it's interesting to think about how this happened here and how it's been, to me, it's an important part of our valley. Again, considered, premier residential housing.
Sure.
And they really thought through the whole master plan. You can't have a sign over so many feet. The whole Summerlin feel is different than the rest of the valley. And I think they have
those special street lights and things like that. Like
sets them apart. You've been listening to Las Vegas Real Estate Now. If you ever have a question about real estate or any of the other topics we cover, just call me off air or text me at 702-203-1165. You can also check us out on the web at lvrealestateradio.com or on our handle on social media at LV Real Estate Radio.